course.
So I was talking about the other items on the list.
Yes.
You have stuff like fish.
Well, start from the top.
Well, I mean, we've talked about rice. We've talked about rice already.
A few more there.
You have poultry, for example.
Yes.
And if you speak to the Poultry Farmers Association, they say we don't even produce up to 1% of what the demand locally.
That's not my information. They don't tell me that they don't produce 1%.
I mean,
it is true. The local production
according to the recommendation, let me quote the exact figures.
Yeah.
So 400,000 metric tons is the demand locally.
That's right.
We are currently producing locally 57,000. To be very specific, 57,870.
Yes.
Metric tons of poultry.
Yes.
That's a huge gap. You're talking about a significant gap.
Yeah.
In fact, what we import still leaves a gap. We're not importing all that we need for the local market already.
Well, we're not importing all. We're assuming that we produce something.
So my point is, how does your policy address this huge gap without creating a shortage that shoots price up and creates inflation?
At the risk of repeating myself, let me take you back. And that's what consistently I'm saying, that we are not banning. So in the particular instance of poultry, we may simply have to regulate, observe, evaluate what's going on, and then decide on how we go forward. It's the case that if we were importing, say, 1,000 metric ton, million, whatever, of poultry, we probably would keep on producing to the extent that we are not bridging the gap. But if the system that we put in place, the help that we intend to give to poultry farmers, and all the mechanisms that we put in place, if it is able to catch up, we hope that going forward, we'll be able to bridge the gap, and that the import into the country will be reduced. Looking at it, if having put all the factors together, there's still the risk that putting restricting in the terms of not allowing anybody to bring poultry into the country would affect the country. We won't. We're going to rationalize. It's not. Insanity is not going to break loose because we're trying to restrict. We would monitor as much as we can and make sure that we balance the system. We want to encourage local farmers. We want to encourage local poultry. But at the same time, I've also told you, also keeping our eyes on our foreign reserves. But that can never be at the expense of the ability of people to feed themselves in the country.